So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
a clear night, all the ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started.
Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
A seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Guardiol. Reinders. Lofted in. Matheus Nunes. And it's Messi. Foot in. McAllister. Matheus Nunes. Oh, red, nice interception. Threads one in. That has ended up in no man's land. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Messi. Ugarte. Not the most accurate pass. Foden. Foden will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Barcelona have had the ball in promising areas, but nothing to show for it. Oh, that's fabulous. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And here's Foden. Mbappe engages and forces him off the ball. Reinders. That's a good ball out wide. Tottenham applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days.
It's Memphis, he's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. An instinctive delivery. Oh, that was vital. Now, can they get him away? Tottenham have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Reinders.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he's intervened well there. It's not an especially good pass, that. And it's Reinders. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Foden. Looking for the run. Foden. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And it's Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Guardiol was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Tries to pass it through. Mbappe. That's a little off target. Throw in. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Delivers the ball. Good read, needed to be. Messi. That's a throw. Now this could be a chance. And it's Camavinga. Tries to play it through. Mbappe is flagged offside. Camavinga charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, the whistle's gone, what's he given? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. So the last big chance perhaps before half-time.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Messi! And the ball's come loose here.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Mbappe. Now that looks a decent... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed.
Up to Catalana! Oh, that wasn't far away.
De Catalana clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And the second half gets underway.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
He has found the way through. Chance, surely! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Over to the left. And the shot! He has done it! And the second half is off to a flyer! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Can he finish? They've scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on...
Chance for a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Crosses it in.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Now it's Mbappe, and this is Depay. Serginho. Akanji cuts it out. Some resolute defending there. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Camavinga. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. It's a mighty effort! It's in! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 66 minutes is number 15, Memphis. Substitution on the field, number 27.
Tottenham can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
14,
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
22.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Akanji.
Lovely pass, but
Number
can he get there?
5, Eduardo Camavinga. Number 19.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Vardiol. Reinders. And it's Ugarte. And Zanetti. And it's Ugarte. Vardiol. Reinders. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's having a shot!
Substitutions taking place.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Ugarte. Great vision. Goes for a shot! He should have put that one away.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Oh, well played. Shapes to shoot! Goal! just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity...
It's Memphis Depay! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Matheus Nunes tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. There's the shot! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Well, he was a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Van Dijk. Messi, and this is Messi, skims one in. Some excellent tackling here, and there's the shot! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, good spread. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He's got away.
There will be 5 minutes added
Nice
time.
physical challenge. Now it's Mbappe. Akanji. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Serginho caresses it through. Camavinga. McAllister. Now it's Mbappe. Serginho. And Guardiola. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Oh, what should a goal! It's a goal! Deep into injury time! Oh, one moment you're in possession. And that will be it. Barcelona were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways. But in the end, they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We have already started here. Balde got a long way forward to join the attack. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, super find. Rooney claims comfortably. That has been cut short. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Kerkez picks it up out wide. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This guy, Goretzka, is another in the line of top-quality German talent. One that was described in his teens as the talent of the century, which is heady praise. It's drawn him into comparisons to some of Germany's best, and for me it's more about dynamism and energy from midfield and that thrust he gets.
And he shoots! A real chance and a real let-off. Now it's Messi. Reinders. Nicely spread. And it's Messi. Nice bit of trickery. Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Climbs up big! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Now it's Son Heung-min. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's certainly onside here. Camavinga. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And this is Son Heung-min. And here's Son Heung-min. Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That has been slung wide. Looking to play him in. Messi. Oh, what has happened here? Crossed into the box. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Mbappe. Gets a good foot in there. Rafinha puts his foot on the gas. And he cuts out the supply. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's been played through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Indonesia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Koundé. And he's picked it up out wide. Mbappe!
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Ugarte knocks it into space. And he's got the beating of his... And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Reinders. And it's Ugarte.
Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Camavinga. Shapes to shoot! That could spell trouble. And again! Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Messi. That is ended up in no man's land. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital. Balde. Pass somewhat off target.
1 minute added time.
Bruno Fernandes. Rafinha. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And here's Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Security
So we reached the halfway point.
Barcelona ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 22.
Here we go again then.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team
Coming
talk.
on the field. Number 7. Ribery. Number
Casemiro.
13.
Now it's
Madueke.
Rafinha.
Number 20.
Reinders.
Haaland.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Zanetti is in a really good position out wide. Rooney claims it without any fuss.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Now it's Mbappe. Casemiro. And they can counter here. Ribery. No, that's been intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence. Indonesia have a free kick. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He is through here. And that's been drilled in. And he's there to belt it away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Balde cuts it out. Rafinha. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Great vision. De Ligt cuts out the pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Zanetti. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Oh, just skips past his man. Face to face with the keeper. Takes a shot! No mistake! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Indonesia are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
And it's Reinders.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
There's the shot! That's another chance! He's scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence, and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 21.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field is
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Zanetti. Now it's Reinders. Zanetti looking to hit the byline here. Reinders, and he's whipped it across. That's an excellent interception. And it's Reinders. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 6, Matthias de Ligt. Coming on to replace him
Well,
is
facing up to his adversary,
number 3,
this is a formidable matchup.
Substitution.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Tries to pass it through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Out to the right. Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Now it's Madueke. He has found the way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Reinders. Casemiro. It's a pretty loose pass. Messi gets into some space. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Ribery.
There will be 3
Casemiro.
minutes added time.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given.
Substitutions taking place.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Can he get on the end of this? Serginho. And that is as far as it goes. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Donnarumma, is someone who's been predestined for greatness, Peter, and he hasn't disappointed. Immense in terms of shot stopping, we know that, but I think his distribution has also improved, and it needed to, although he likes to keep it quite safe and simple.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Van Dijk has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Ugarte. It's Camavinga. And it's Ugarte. Serginho. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Fagioli, and this is Messi. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Fagioli. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Son Heung-min. Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Van Dijk. Good effort from distance. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
And the pass is intercepted. Played in by Son Heung-min. Now it's Messi. Now it's Memphis Depay. Tries to play it through. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Caicedo is fouled. And he is going into that little black book. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Nicely weighted ball. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And they've got a throw. Alexander-Arnold. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Can he get it through? Barcelona are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Kerkez. Now it's Mbappe. Played into space out wide. Alexander-Arnold promptly onto that, and that is that. Valverde. Great vision. And this is Messi. Messi stood his ground strongly. Oh, they could be caught out here. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Serginho. Now it's Son Heung-min. That's a shade optimistic. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Messi, and it's Messi. Messi! Goal! Barcelona!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, good spread. Messi. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Kane. Now it's Memphis Depay. Akanji kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Memphis Depay. Akanji gets a foot in here. Kane. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Messi.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality, and
It's Memphis Depay! He has done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
For Julie! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Barcelona really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team.
Please
I expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Barcelona are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. And we are back on the way. Messi picks it up out wide. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Messi. And it's Caicedo. Now it's Kane. And this is Messi. Indonesia do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Messi. Now it's Kane. Indonesia finding their passes. Mbappe. Now Kerkez. Ugarte. Serginho. And it's Camavinga. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Oh, it's a great ball here. Chance! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. A real chance and a real let-off.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Barcelona are 2 up early in the second half. Kerkez cuts out the pass. Now that looks a decent ball.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And he's picked it up out wide. There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Mbappe, in he goes again! Valverde.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Serginho. Van Dijk. And it's Kerkez. Mbappe receives it in a wide position. Now this could be a real chance! And it's there! And they are cruising away. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
A case now of complete control. Camavinga. Kerkez. It's gone out for a throw-in. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Caicedo. No way through there. Tries to pass it through. And a chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! No mistake! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Barcelona are having a ball. Oh, it rattles the bar. Nice looking ball. Zanetti. Threads one in.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Climbs up big! And that is faded wide. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And he plays one through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Mbappe. Well, that's beautifully weighted. So much time and space here. Shot a goal! Oh, terrific save. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Messi, in by Messi. Van Dijk with the clearance. And it's Kirkes, looking for the run. Delivery from Mbappe. Donnarumma deals with that, nice and simple. Now it's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's a key interception. Zanetti. 5 minutes left on the clock. Kane. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the shot! Brought out the best in the keeper. Zanetti, the man synonymous with solidity.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Zanetti. Serginho is wide and looking to get onto this. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that was vital. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for options. Shoots! Well, that's another chance. And it's in. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
As if 3 weren't enough. And we're done. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Memphis Depay, totally unstoppable today. Everything he touched turned to goals.
This is a lost children's announcement.
How do you look back on the game then, Jim?